What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're taking a look at the Final Warning Exotic Sidearm, an exotic that just got a new catalyst, and this was exactly what the Final Warning needed. This was already an insanely powerful primary weapon, but now those fangs are even sharper. This new catalyst can be obtained by completing playlist activities like Nightfalls, Strikes, Gambit, and Crucible. If you're lucky, it won't take you very many completions. But if you're like me, it'll take about 30 Nightfall runs before getting this catalyst to drop, but it was more than worth the effort. Once unlocked, this new catalyst will provide the String Theory intrinsic trait. This grants a 10% increase in damage against any marked target, and hitting marked targets will now have a chance of returning ammo directly into the magazine. The damage bonus against marked targets gets reduced down to 5% whenever used against mini-bosses, bosses, and champions. And that's okay, because the biggest benefit of this new catalyst isn't the damage bonus, it's the automatic return of ammo. Each projectile that hits a marked target has a 25% chance of immediately returning back to the mag. With 20 rounds to the magazine, that's a lot of opportunity to reduce how often we have to reload, especially when used against bigger enemies like champions. To those unaware of how the Final Warning works, it's an incredibly unique exotic that essentially offers two separate firing methods. It comes with a bit of a learning curve, and it behaves differently based on whether you're aiming down sights or hip firing. The Final Warning will shoot out single projectiles on a hairline trigger, but it can also be charged up, just like a fusion rifle, charging up a burst of 10 projectiles over a 0.9 second time frame. But unlike fusion rifles, this charge can be released early to send out what projectiles have already been loaded up. But a fully charged burst will unravel any marked target. And this is what can make the Final Warning so deadly, because those unraveling rounds are going to deal a ton of extra damage over an extended period of time. The only way to mark targets is through hip fire, and while hip firing is engaged, the Final Warning's projectiles will move slower, but they will aggressively seek out up to 4 marked targets, and any marked target will take 20% increased body shot damage, on top of the 10% increased damage that the new catalyst will provide. When aiming down sights, the Final Warning projectiles will be more like a dart, and they'll deal 100% increased precision damage against any marked target, plus the 10% increase that the catalyst is giving us. That's a tremendous bonus in damage, and it really helps this weapon absolutely cook. To effectively use the Final Warning, you would need to charge up a full burst through hip fire, get enemies marked, and then follow that up with repeated shots while aiming down sights. Before the addition of this new catalyst, you'd be left with 10 rounds to the magazine after performing that fully charged burst. But now you'll have as many as 14 to 15 rounds, with the ability to have more ammo returned as you continue to hit those marked targets. The Final Warning was already able to nuke just about any enemy within a 15 to 20 meter radius, but with this new catalyst, you'll be able to wreak so much more havoc. You'll be able to tear through big groups of enemies, or just one big enemy, demolishing either with ease. And since sidearms get the nod to unstoppable champions, this makes the Final Warning one of the absolute best weapons to use against those bad boys. The Final Warning will also pair up very nicely with the use of the new Threaded Blast artifact mod, which causes a bigger detonation blast to occur whenever strand weapons destroy tangles. And that would also work right alongside Elemental Siphon, which is going to cause the Final Warning to create extra tangles. Once you have initially acquired this new catalyst, you will need to defeat around 700 enemies, and while that might seem like a daunting task, I assure you it is well worth it. For the most efficient method of getting those kills, I would recommend to hit up the opening encounter of the Grasp of Avarice, or the Shurochi encounter within the Last Wish raid. And with that said, I wish you all the best of luck in getting that new Final Warning catalyst. If you've already gotten it, then let us know what your thoughts are about it down in the comments below. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian, just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran, just looking for a new home, then be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below, and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.